Hi, I'm Sal Sharpe with Grow Your Garden with Sal, and this is my story.
Hi everyone, and I'm Dondi Mercer-Plank with This Is My Story, and today I'm profiling Sal Sharpe of Grow Your Garden with Sal, formerly known as Sal's Old Timey Feed and Seed. And today we're talking about Jerusalem artichokes or sunchokes,
Yes.
which you taught me has nothing to do with Jerusalem and is not an artichoke.
No, not
But
at
that's
all.
what it's called. So for This Is My Story today, it is December in the South, and now is the time to get these in the ground.
Yes.
Okay, so tell us what we have here and what we're going to be having here when we plant new ones.
Jerusalem artichokes is really a native sunflower. They call them sunchokes because they get gigantic and they choke out the sun.
Yes.
Yes, and they have a really cool root to it, which you're holding right here. You harvest in December and you can eat the root kind of like a potato.
Yes. And so ways to make this would be to roast them and or
Yes.
put them in a salad.
Mhm.
And what kind of taste do they have?
They kind of have a nutty potato taste to it.
Mm-hmm.
They're very healthy. It's great for people with diabetes. It's low in the glycemic index. It's got healthy carbs.
Yes.
And it also, it's got your probiotics in it too.
So we'll go into details about exactly how to care for them. But what we're doing right now is, as you can see, this is unsightly, right? It just doesn't look good. So you're about to get this away from your garden, your yard area. This is about a 48-gallon bucket of dirt, and you grew the sunchokes in here. The reason you chose the bucket
Yes.
as opposed to the ground, which is what I did at my house, is because of how they spread.
Yes, they are very evasive. So if you plant 9, you're going to have 3,000 in your yard, and then the next year 10,000, and the next year, yes. So you do want to keep them caged up in a bucket like this.
So it's, and can you do a smaller one? Like if you just put one in maybe a 30-gallon or 20-gallon bucket, would it do okay?
I would at least do 30 gallons. We've had people put them in 1 and 5-gallon bucket before, and they have so many sunchokes roots to them that it just pops.
Okay.
The bucket.
Ah, wow.
So,
okay.
yeah.
So it is invasive. So just keep that in mind when you pick where you're going to put it. If you do it in your yard, but
Yes.
maybe something like the 50-gallon or 40, even
Yes.
30-gallon bucket would be best. So this is the time of year that this needs to get in the ground.
Yes.
And then when do we get to eat it later?
Okay, so after the first frost and the tops completely die, that's when it's time to harvest it.
Okay.
Do not harvest it if they start re-sprouting. Due to maybe like December last year was
Yes.
warm,
Yes.
and they started re-sprouting, you want to just wait till they get another frost.
Okay, so if we took this one, if like from Sal's box, which we're going to explain her box service in a moment. So
Yes.
let's say December's box, it has these artichokes in it. You can either right now eat this in one of the ways you've talked about preparing it,
Yes.
or you can get it in the ground now, December again in the South, because now's the perfect time, but you won't actually eat it until next year.
Yes. So December after the first frost is when you'll start. And then you can keep harvesting it all the way until they start really growing back. They should have started emerging again about mid-May.
And while this looks ugly right here, we want to show you pictures of when they look really pretty. When can we expect to see the pretty part of the sunchoke artichoke?
Yeah.
I mean sunchokes or Jerusalem artichokes.
Yes. So what's really great about this is it's a late bloomer. So when everything else is dying and the bees are still hungry, they'll have about October. They'll start flowering, and the bees come to them. They love them. They'll be buzzing around. You'll even see some hummingbirds.
And as you've said, it is a type of
sunflower, yes.
All right, so then after it's beautiful, that's not the time to harvest it yet though, right?
No, just let the bees do their job. Let them enjoy it. You're going to harvest it when they look ugly and they have everything's dead.
Okay, so this is the time. Again, December in
Yeah.
the South. So let's go ahead. Now, are these too small? Do these need to be staying in the ground?
You could use those to either in a salad, or you can also just put them back in so they can regrow.
Okay.
Now you can see how many, look at all these.
Wow.
That's just from one.
Wow.
So this is very invasive. So you're going to want to you're gonna want to put in a big bucket like this.
Okay.
If you plant in the yard and if you plant 9 bulbs in a few years, you're gonna have 3,000 bulbs.
Okay.
It's gonna completely take over. So you definitely want to keep it in a bucket, unless you really don't care about your yard being full of sunflowers, as soon as possible.
Okay, and in fact, Sal, for those of you who don't live in the greater Columbia area of South Carolina, she has a box service. It still says the Sal's Old Timey Feed and Seed, but Grow Your Garden with Sal offers a monthly box, and this month of December is the Jerusalem artichoke.
Yes, it is. So we've got 2 different things. You could get a subscription box where you get something to grow each month, or you can also go to our website and just buy the individual kits. So this is one of many kits we have. Teaches you how to grow. It's got the directions, and the bulbs.
Excellent. What's your favorite part about this? Is it the taste? Is it the versatility? The fact that there's so many wonderful things.
It's so many wonderful. I just love seeing the bees on them. It's beautiful, and in case of a zombie apocalypse, they're gonna think it's a flower, so you got plenty to eat.
Yes, that's a very good point. Sal, what is the best way for people to get in contact with you?
Yes, salslocalseed.com. So sign up for our newsletter. You'll know when to plant, how to plant, and then you can also view what we got going on. We've got our videos up on there too on how to plant.
Excellent. So Jerusalem artichokes, or also known as sunchokes. Great to get in the ground right now.
Yes.
Great to harvest, and dinner tonight right here in your hand.
Exactly.
That sounds
Toast.
great. So I'm Dondi Mercer-Plank with This Is My Story, but today this is Sal's story of Grow Your Garden with Sal. Thanks for watching.